Hi, Louise Bailey here from Cute Neat Treasures, and I have a new journal I want to take you on a walk through. And I started it before Valentine's Day, I finished it after Valentine's Day, but it has turned out to be one of my most favorite journals ever. It's got lots of fun dangles, it makes a cute little noise. Big and chunky. I have a Facebook page where I have some progression photographs, so you can see those. And this is a painted cardboard with what do you call it? Cheesecloth to give it some neat texture. So, and it also reinforces it. And then I used a clear ribbon because I wanted you to be able to see the whole cover. It's lots of fringe hanging out the bottom. I handmade the majority of everything in this journal, with the exception of some bits and pieces that people have given me, like this old key, which I put some little jewels on. Give you a close up. Somebody had sent me these little stickers, that's envelope that has little note cards in it. So it's a mix of handmade, scraps, gifted, found items. Thus, the Essential Junk Journal. All right. Lots of fun stuff on the inside. So up here is a pocket, and these little bits and pieces do pop out. Lots of little treasures in here. This is another one of those little envelopes. And it does open. I'm not going to open it right now, but there's a little blank note card you can use. And as with everything, you can always write on the backs. That just tucks in there, and you could tuck your own items in there. And this was from an old bag, like a little tote bag, reusable bag. And then these tags were from my friend Anita, Art from the Heart, who also has like an Etsy shop and a YouTube video. And this was a bag, a nice crinkly bag that I gussied up. It says, "That's him, I know." It's like a little belly band, so it keeps it in there. Lots of fun stuff. Lots of little details everywhere. This, I decorated this little clothespin to be a clip. And it clips in, and there's some hand-dyed, this is hand-dyed paper. And it clips in this thing here. This was a cookie, ginger snap, Dewey's ginger snap box. And I cut out some scraps of fabric, and then I embroidered them on there with some gold embroidery thread. This is some Cantha fabric. And I mean, whoever gets this journal can tuck their own things in there, but I did have this real pretty vintage paper, and I left it plain so it could be a nice little piece of stationery, and it's just so gorgeous. I wanted to find something worthy for it to be tucked inside of. That clips in there, and you can journal on that. I mean, I know it's red, but you could use a black pen, would actually show up quite nicely on that. Or you can glue things to it, you know, mementos. Oops, I glued one, I clipped one too many. This page here, I made this little envelope out of some paper and then bits and pieces I had. And inside some handmade stationery. I decorated with some marker pen and then black ink, made little heart designs. And get it in there. Bear with me. There we go. And this is a heart I cut out and then inked it up. I did these 3 little hearts, same template, and then cut some little hearts and inked it up and made it into a little pocket. And this I had in my stash, and it is the perfect little piece of, like a journaling card. And this fringe is the actual pocket down here for this envelope. And then over here, the fabric, I used a piece of that fabric on the other piece. I just tore out a strip and made it into a diagonal belly band. I had this flower and I had that little jewel or gemstone. This heart here I cut out of some cardboard, and I had this clear bit here, so I made that into a belly band. And there's a little, you can write on the back of that or use it as a little bookmark. And then I covered it. The pink flowers, that was a polyfill envelope. My friend Carolina had sent me a little goodie package, and the envelope itself she sent it and was so pretty. And I used a bit of that to cover the heart, the cardboard heart. And this is a little brad. And then I attached it with some string so that it can be a bookmark. You know, you can put it out here and you can, you know, basically like a little bookmark. And this is a journal card I made with a napkin. I have a whole bunch of Valentine vintage greeting cards that have been used. I get them from estate sales. They practically give them away, and I tore that heart out of it because I didn't want the whole thing to be just pink, purple, red. I wanted to have some bits of blue and color in there. So it's a journaling card. So fun stuff. And then I stamped that, watercolored that just to give it a little bit of oomph, pizzazz. And this I watercolor painted purple. You can write on that piece there. I made that out of a bit of German paper. And this is from Anita, her little package she gave me. So you can write on the back of that. It's so cute. I used bubble wrap to give it some bit of a texture, you know, so it's not so flat. That was some washi tape. And so I tore that bit out because it said love it, which goes with a love journal. This is a pocket. I left it plain so you can write on it, but I did punch that edge out to make it a little bit less flat. This is a, you know, those clear stickers, and I attached it first to the German book. It's like a German lesson plan, kids lesson plan book. And then I peeled it up, so it took off that book page and gives it a, makes it a little bit more exciting than just a flat old glossy sticker, and it takes some of the gloss off, which is nice. And then this is a mini journal I made. So I cut all of these hearts out, and there's some of that German book. And I put it on there just plain and simple, and you can write your own title or what have you, or put a picture there. And then there's lots of blank pages that you can write in. So I like to have lots of writing space if you wanted to use it. I mean, you can just keep this as a nice, visually aesthetic piece of art, but you can also use it. Part of the package that Anita sent me, you can write on the back of that. And this is a little collage, another one of those little envelopes. I'll show you the paper that's inside of all of them. So it's like a real tiny note card. You can write a little tiny little whatnot in there. And sorry, I'm straight. You know what? I'm going to put it in a minute because it's so tiny. My hands are not cooperating while I'm on video. So I collaged that. This came from some broken costume jewelry I had. And there was about 3 or 4 of them. And they're perfect because they're lightweight and they're wooden. And there I punched that edge out, an edge punch, journaling space. This is clipped in here, and it's a little mini booklet. And this I decorate. I used chalk pastels, and drew some hearts, and then I passed it around, and I just love it. I'm probably going to come back with some words, three words of some sort, or music notes. But I like it like that too. And these little hearts I had in my stash with all my costume jewelry stuff. And more of that German lesson plan. This is made out of that as well. A crinkly bag, and inside some more of the stuff that Anita sent me. You can write in that. And the back has it too. It's so cute. And that's sparkly. I don't know if that shows up. And I stamped it, and I ripped out that heart. And on the inside, you have more journaling space. It's got a little fuzzy heart there. And then I made these are from Anita, but I attached these little tags. And the back's plain, so you can write on it. I burned the edges of these. They're not ink, they're actually burnt. And there's the other one. So, and it says XOXO, Hugs Kiss Hello. And that just clips onto here. Go. There's more of that card. That was the vintage greeting card that I had ripped out a bit of the heart. This was the card, and just is so sweet and lovely. And then you can write on the back. And that was a tiny bit of costume jewelry that broke off. And then I ripped that heart out. This is from an old shirt, a thrift store shirt. I made a perfect little belly band. Pop that in there. And these you might have seen. I did a video recently, the 12 holidays, junk journal holidays. I did a swap with my friends, and that was the Valentine's holiday. And I wanted somewhere to put it. This I put in there. It's like a brad, and then that part just really clever holds it in, and it's a shaker card. So it's got the little heart sequins. It says filled with love, so it's filled with little hearts. It's an old CD sleeve, and this is I did a decoupage over this paper and just let that plain, so I can clip this in there. Oops. Trying to do this while on video is always fun. There we go. Okay, this is a tag I made. This is one of the first things I ever made when I started doing, formal junk journaling. 2015. I had made junk journals before that, not realizing that's what I was making. And I just never used it. This is tied in there, and then the bag opens, and there's little notepad paper in there. And it's just a lovely tag. You can write on the back. And it had a heart on it. And I thought, well, I'm making a love-themed journal, so I'm going to put it in there. I had that bit of ribbon. That's the exact size that somebody had sent me. And this is an old greeting card from estate sale, so it had been used, and somebody had used it, but I just took the cover off. And it already had some little jewels. I added no, it had the heart on it. I added one of those jewels. Or gemstones. So I just popped that in there. And this is another little tag. That was from some, it was a package of stuff I got at a garage sale. And I cut it out. It goes perfect in there. This is another greeting card. I took the cover off. And when the journal is standing upright, this was some costume jewelry. I took it apart and clipped it in there. And then I added some fringe at the bottom. And then on the back, these somebody gave me. And you can write on the backs of those. I added the flower and everything here. This was from an old greeting card, but I inked over it because it was very bright white. And I added the little jewels. I don't know if you can see the little gemstones. These are like 3 little bits and pieces. This was from that garage sale. This was from a package of stuff. And from Anita. So, a little band pocket. That's costume jewelry that I had. And some that fringe. Fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff. Another belly band I made from some bits and pieces. Hand-dyed paper. It's like bright and orangey. And just some pretty things to make it look Valentine's-y. And those are from Anita's goodie package she sent me recently. A little cluster. Those are called clusters. You take scraps of stuff. I believe Carolina sent me this. Pretty sure that was from Carolina. And it was already like this. I just added the ink. But it's a notepad. I'm like, how perfect is that? And then I just decorated it, added this, and left it so it could be a pocket. I know Carolina sent me these. There's 2 of them. I used one in here. She made those. And then this fabric I happen to have in my stash. And this trim I had in my stash. And then a guest check, which I altered. And it has love in it. And you can write on the back of that. You can write on that too. And you know what I really like to do is I'm pretty eclectic in my design, because I do like to mix styles and colors and textures that you normally wouldn't think to mix together. You know, a lot of people want it to match up, but I like the contrast. Journaling page, a pocket I made with some fringy stuff and more of that costume jewelry. Another card from Anita. You can use that. And these stickers, I don't remember who gave me these stickers, but the whole pack was there, and I thought, well, that'd be fun to put in there. And then I did that decoupage. That's more of that German page. I cut out a heart. And this is a fun little mini journal I made out of just some card, I think. Card paper. Okay, there we go. Stuck there. And it's like a waterfall, I suppose. And it's just bits of paper that I put together. And that's like a pocket. Pop something in there. I just thought it was really pretty. I made this band here by just putting some circles and hearts together, so that was fun to do. I did 2 of them. I think I used both of them. Scrap of paper I had. This was a page I did a lot of collage work on. This is an old greeting card I cut up. Scrappy bits, that's from that shirt. Stamped it. And this is a journal card. I did some more of that German paper. And you can write on the back of that. This is fun. This is more of that Anita gave me. You can write on the back of that. And I did this beautiful ribbon here, or trim, as a band. And then I left one on here. It's actually stuck to it, so I think they look cute together. And this was from a greeting card, but it was already a bookmark that was part of the greeting card. And the other heart here you saw in there. And the bookmark, so you would slip it over. And it already had that little gemstone on it and everything. Oh yeah, and this is so cute. Melissa, my friend Melissa Meredith, she sent this to me recently, and it's so darling. I love it. It's a little envelope, so you can tuck some little, you know, hidden whatnots in there. And I love it. I just absolutely love that cute little mouse. So it's a fun little, you don't know what's gonna come out to greet you there. And a little bookmark. I made this stationery. Well, I made this heart pocket, and it has this in there. You can write on the back of that, use it as a bookmark. And then I made this stationery. Just took some bits of paper, and then I cut the hearts out. And then I used a pen. Well, I inked the hearts, and then I used some pen to turn them into little heart balloons. Those are just really sweet. So fun stuff. And then I scalloped the edges there, cut that out. Watercolor paint, you can use that as a journaling page. Oh, there's another one of those belly bands that I made using circles, but I clipped it off there. This is from the package from Anita. Cute little postcards, but you can use them as journaling cards. They're so sweet. And I used some cherry trim and more gifts for my friends. They make little journaling cards right on the back of that. I had this fabric forever. I just love it. It's so wild. And this was from Melissa. So I glued that. It's a paper, but I glued it and glittered it. It says love. Some trims. And then this is a security envelope. I decorated with some napkins. Washi tape. And then inside is some paper. I put a little collage on it, but you can, lots of writing space in there. And I have a tutorial on these, I have a tutorial on these envelopes. They're so fun to make. I could just sit there all day and make loads of them. And then I just fold it and tuck it in there. And let's see. Here this is a little bag. It has some little journal cards in it. And I decorated it with some napkin, or collaged it. I'm sorry, decoupaged it. And then it has some more of these little postcards that are darling from Anita. And a little paper fastener there. Make it look cute. And this is a little pocket I made. This paper I had, it's from like a magazine. Somebody gave it, it's gifted to me, so I use that on the background. And this I layered up as a pocket. And this was from some of that stuff that Anita gave me. And then it just is like a little pocket. Old greeting cards that I turned into I collaged over it, and another greeting card. Again, these are old used greeting cards from estate sales. And then some of that handmade stationery I cut into little strips, and then this is some pretty heart paper. You can write on the back of that, and you can write little whatnots on those. That opens up, and then I used a heart-shaped doily that I put in here. This came from Melissa, the stuff from Melissa, so you can write on that. And that's an old greeting card for some blue on it. This was just some paper in that German book, and I put some an old shirt. And inside is from a magazine. It's like somebody gifted me that. And this I made, you can write on the back of it, use it as a bookmark. And this was some of that crinkled binding. I made a little bow and put it on there, and just to make it fun. So this goes in there. It's not going in there quickly enough for me to do the video. I'll put it in there in a minute. It goes in there. And then this is journaling spot. I put this pretty upholstery trim there. And then this is a little pocket. I glued the heart so this could be a pocket in there. So there's a lot going on there, and this is the center of the journal. Flower I made. I have a tutorial on those too. This is this bag. It's like a grocery bag or shopping bag. I added the trim there. And then that was from something or another. Somebody gave me these, and I added that the stamp there, and you can use that and write on it. Really pretty. Somebody gave me that. I made this. This was just a plain white paper, so I painted it and chalked it and inked it and collaged over it, and then I left it blank on the inside so you can write on it. And then I made this pocket. That was from an old vintage greeting card and some bits and pieces I had laying around. Oh, and this is actually kind of neat. This is a greeting card, and it was already folded, pretty creased like that. So I added some paper, and then you can actually, it's like a little mini notepad, so you can write some stuff in there. This I saw a tutorial on. After I finished making it, and this page was blank, I thought, you know what? I am going to make that. It's pretty cool. I'll have to find a link to the tutorial. But it's the bottom of a paper bag, and you open it up. And inside I have, that's stationery in there. So there's bits and pieces of paper. That's glued in there. These are stationery. You can add a few more. There's like 3 or 4 in there. And then it just folds back up. Ta-da! It's like a little little secret pocket. And this is how you open, you just whoop. So I will find a link to that because that was fun to make. Bits and pieces I had, more of that fabric. I cut a heart out. Stuff I had, some more of those little cards you can use. There's somebody gave me that. It's a paper clip shaped like a heart, and that's clipped in there. Another one of those things from Anita. From Anita. More of that pretty trim I had. And I just added bits to decorate it, because on this side is greeting card. I took this part off the greeting card, and it opens up, and you can write in there. So it's like a place to journal. And then I made this pocket and attached a German heart. I made that bow. And this somebody gave me the actual tag. It was already done like that. My pen pals and friends send me these things. I added the crinkled binding and the key that's got the little heart shape. So, fun. This somebody gave me. I think that might have came from Melissa, one of my pen pals, and it's like a list. You can do a little bullet journaling. That's textured with bubble wrap. I use paint, watercolor paint, and this is really fun. It's a little mini journal I made. So I cut out all the hearts using some coffee dyed paper. So it's a little mini journal shaped like a heart. And there's my tea bag that I decoupaged over, and it's a little bookmark or tea tag. And then the back I did as well. So it's like a little mini journal. And then I put this fabric scrap I had and turned it into a little pocket. There we go. There we go. And then this is another one of those little wooden hearts. And then I put a little key as well, key to my heart. And we're on the last page, which is the back cover. And I put a vintage doily. I made this heart, this scrappy bit of trim I had, random button, trim, little gemstones. This already had little hearts on it. I tied these little charms here, heart, and it says love. And more of the tags from Anita, and this was a bag somebody gave me. I added the trim and the cherish and the little gemstone and the little, it was just a plain bag, very plain. And inside is another little tag. So you can write on the backs of those, and you can use them as bookmarks. And that is the end. But it's quite a lot. So lots of stuff going on in here. And it's, it's got so much going on. I love it. I love the love journal. I had so much fun with this, mixing and matching so many different textures and bits and pieces that would normally wind up, just in the rubbish bin. They got saved and put into this journal. So I wanted to show you this. I know I keep saying I'm going to do some tutorials, but that is next on my list. And I hope you like it, and bye for now.